In 2018, something happened that shattered every truism Hollywood has ever held dear for the past. Black Panther, a story set in Africa with a mostly black cast, became the highest-grossing domestic film of the year. And while many people may have heard the term Afrofuturism before Black Panther took the world by storm, suddenly, it solidified Afrofuturism's entry into the mainstream. But while Black Panther is a milestone for Afrofuturism, it certainly isn't the sum total of the genre. Afrofuturism addresses the cultural issues and concerns of the African diaspora throughout the technoculture and science fiction, which is what Black Panther does. Afrofuturism, like rap, reggae, jazz, blues, and all the music to come out of Black experience, is about creating art out of pain, strength, loss, and success. It is fundamentally rooted in being denied a full history and looking to the future to correct that. In his 1994 essay, Black to the Future, author and lecturer Mark Derry asks, can a community whose past has been deliberately rubbed out and whose energy has been subsequently consumed by the search for legible traces of history imagine possible futures? And this is where Afrofuturism comes in. Part of the resilience of Black culture and Black life is about imagining the possible, imagining a better place, a different world. No conversion about Afrofuturism would be complete without Octavia E. Butler, widely considered the great dame of science fiction today. Starting with the release of her first book, Pattern Master, in 1976, Butler went on to release a dozen science fiction novels featuring Afrofuturist themes. While she wasn't as appreciated in her time, renewed interest in Afrofuturism has led to a surge of new readers of her work. This is why it's important to recognize the thematic elements of Afrofuturism that go beyond the idea that Afrofuturism is just science fiction plus Africa. Afrofuturism is about reclaiming our past in order to craft our future, and that is done by infusing Black sounds and stories with a forward-thinking desire to see how our culture could have evolved or could still evolve, hindered by colonial influence. When it comes to the church, the future of Black church rests in its ability to evolve. Growing up in a Black church, it was just a place where Black Christians could be respected. People were addressed as brothers and sisters. No matter what you were called or how you were treated, outside of the church, inside the church, is where you were respected as somebody. The Black community was formed around the Black church at its center. Because in its past, it really adopted the idea that everyone had all things in common. They exemplified the early church and what we read about today in the book of Acts. As the church generations continue to grow and evolve, so too will the Black church evolve to serve all people. It will be exciting to see Afrofuturism grow and expand as it builds on its core idea that not only do Black people across the world have a future, but it's going to be pretty lit because we created it for ourselves.